Hi, this is Jill Amy Sager. Welcome to In the Pocket. And today I wanted to talk about, what happens when we partner with the universe, when we have decided that we aren't necessarily doing this all by ourselves, life, right? And my experience, and something that guidance has reiterated over and over and over, is how we really can't judge what happens to us if we've decided that we believe in, how do I want to put it? I don't want to get all too esoteric and too spiritual and too woo woo, but you know what I'm talking about. We've decided, people like us have decided that there is something that we can't explain, and that's why it's difficult to even discuss or even talk to you about what I'm trying to refer to. But it's that unknowing, unseen, universal help that's out there. That's the best way I can describe it. And for those of us who believe in that, again, I really want to reiterate how it's important that we not judge what happens to us. We may not like what happens to us, but I don't really think judging what happens to us is a good idea. I think in those moments when something terrible happens, or even if you've grown up with difficult situations, I myself am disabled from birth, it's really, I really believe it's not up to us to decide to be a victim to that. After all, our lives are in the perfection of who we are, getting us to where we are. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have control over our lives. And I'm also not saying that everything is preordained. I don't actually even know what I believe about all that. That things are preordained or things are always meant to be, et cetera, et cetera. But what I do believe is that if we have jumped on this train of spirituality, there's that word, and we have faith in the universe having our back, then when something happens to us, it's really up to us to figure out what to do about it, not to judge it, but again, and not to judge the universe for bringing it our way. And at that point, really rail against what's happened. I mean, of course, let me back up and say absolutely rail against what happened, right? I mean, we can stamp our feet, we can say we don't like it, we can have all of our emotional ups and downs about situations that don't please us. I am definitely one of those who gets aggravated and annoyed when things don't go my way or when tragedy hits. But in the long haul, it's really important that we remain, and this is my bias, and this is, of course, coming from what guidance has told me, and so I'm even more biased because of their wisdom. But it's important during tragedy, during challenges, during hard times that we remember that we have signed on to a life where we believe in the magic of the universe. And so ditching during times when we are most troubled, times when our difficulties strike us in ways that we have not expected, that's probably not the best time to jump off and decide that the universe isn't in the perfection of what we believe is going on. And so in those moments, we do have options. We have options to remain a victim. We have options to stay angry. We have options to continue to be sad. We have lots of options. Or we can decide that we can be mindful about how we want to approach the situation and even perhaps change the situation if we can, right? We do have options. And that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you today. I would appreciate your comments. Let me know what you think about what I've said today. And once again, I really appreciate you being here. So till next time, take care.